All right, what's happening, man? So I'm doing this little critique video for a buddy of mine, Jay. It's probably not going to be the longest thing, but I'll try to hit the best points. So I've actually not gone to the site yet. I'm on it right now. The first thing you'd want to check out and try to fix, though, is make sure this shit isn't here, or else you're not going to get any conversions, right? So just make sure somebody's actually able to go to the site without this little pop-up. All right. Let me accept the risk. Okay, cool. Okay, so Line Chef unlocks the code to online. So the target here for whoever's watching the video other than Jay is frustrated online marketers. Some may call them opportunity seekers, people who haven't had any success in online marketing, but they want it. Okay, cool. So Line Chef unlocks the code to online success. Now you can learn the secret of how to create a sustainable business online that actually makes you money with this simple paint by the numbers system. Okay, cool. So it sounds obviously like you've had some kind of practice, or you've been doing some good, on your own copy. So here's some of the things that I would change just off rip. Is now you may need another headline. Again, these are just real quick tips without doing too much research. So anyway, just working with what you've got here, if I were to improve this, I would take out now you can learn the secret, because people don't like learning. They like being showed something. They like discovering something. So maybe something along the lines of, discover. And so you can just take out now you can learn. Probably just put discover the secret of how to create a sustainable business online that actually makes you money with this simple paint by the numbers system. And I would take out the period, just because period, it kind of makes a person want to stop, and the last thing you want them to do is stop. So take out the period in your bullets and in your subheads, at least for the most part. We can just stick to that before you start breaking that rule. Okay, from the desk of yada yada, very cool, I like that. Okay, so hey there, I'd probably put dear friend. Dear friend generally increases responses by like 20, some people say 30%. And all you gotta do is put fucking dear friend. So make sure you have dear friend. And I would take out hey there, and I just replace that. So dear friend, comma, not a period. It's frustrating as hell trying to find a program. Actually, that isn't what I promise is. Right, I agree with that. I spent years searching for the holy grail of internet marketing, only to be left frustrated. Me too, yeah. There's MLM and network marketing, where your income is based off of your ability to motivate a bunch of people who, let's face it, aren't fit to be business owners. How do you make money with that? It's possible if you have... Okay, this shit here I would just take out. I don't know. I'd have to reword. I don't like this. Just because, I I haven't read the full thing yet. Maybe it'll tie in. I don't know. If your stuff here is not selling MLM, then I would just make this simpler and be like, and if you've been frustrated with using MLM or network marketing schemes that get you ripped off and nowhere, something, something, something. If this is an MLM, though, then you may have to word it differently. Anyway, fix this up, because this paragraph is just a little too confusing for me. And many times you can fix confusion just by taking out a few words, so it may just be a couple words off. Okay, but what if you're not Sherman Tank? Well, what do? Well, you keep reading. Or you can get serious and check out Zero to Cash Flow. You paint by the numbers guide. I guess it's your paint by the numbers guide to online business building. Okay. I wouldn't give them this option. Personally, if this page is meant to get them to sign up or buy a product, I wouldn't try to redirect them somewhere else, unless this is, I don't know, unless this is like another product. I don't know what the fuck this is. See, now it takes you, it's going to lower your conversions. So I wouldn't link out. I would just keep everything in sync. So if you're going to sell on this page, which again, I think you are, I think it's like a $90-something product you said, or maybe a membership, then yeah, just fucking take that out. Okay, let's go back to it. Oh, okay. However, if you're anything like me, you move on to the next thing. A real way to make money. I'll share you with my journey. Then marketing there. Okay, so it's affiliate market. There are some incredible products on the market, no doubt about that. So the exact same product then. Okay, just as a quick tip. Okay, so it says that 9 million other people are watching. You could probably take out the word that, so you say, but they're also the exact same products 9 million other people are selling. So I like to take out as many words as possible. That's not to say short copy is what you want and long copy isn't or whatever. You just want it to flow, and you want to be really what's a good way? Economical with your words. So if you can say something in 3 words rather than say it in 10, say it in 3 words. Cool? Okay, cool. So take out that. So many times with the word that, I've discovered through my own writing that you can replace that with the word which, WHICH, or just a comma and continuing on to the next word, just like what we would have done here. Okay, so there's a quick little tip. Okay, it can be very difficult. Market. Okay. So, okay, I don't even have to read the whole thing. Okay, no, I'm not. Okay, so here's what I would do. It's I would start off. You've done kind of things right. What I like is you relate your life to what their life is. It's a really good way of making building rapport and everything. But what I would do is start off in the middle of a story of what's already going on in there. What's that famous quote? Enter that conversation already going on in their head. So you obviously know they're frustrated with buying a bunch of systems that don't actually give them what they want. So I would start, dear friend, I woke up. I always start like this for some reason. It doesn't necessarily have to say you just woke up, but for some reason, the first thing that comes to my mind, first story. Okay, dear friend, I woke up at 2 a.m. and I was frustrated as hell. I was banging my head against the door because I couldn't figure out how to make money online. My bills were piling up and I felt like I was suffocating. I didn't know what else to do. I almost thought I should rob a bank, but then the fear of being locked up for the rest of my life and never seeing my beautiful 3 kids and my beautiful wife again really just got to me. So I started going online and scheming a plan, looking and looking, searching for any possible way, any clues that tracked their way to success or some shit. And I stumbled upon a really crazy trick. In fact, this trick is so unknown that the people who do use it are actually keeping it to themselves to continue raking in the profits and the money every single day. Now, this isn't something that's going to get you 50 grand, 60 grand, or 70 grand. If you're looking for that, you have better luck, getting a job at Publix or at McDonald's and working your way up. This is something for people starting from 0 and trying to hit their first 6 figures, and after their first 6 figures, trying to hit the 7 and 8. But you've got to start somewhere, right? Right. So here's what I discovered. So you see how I've just kind of gone into a story. You could probably use most of that copy that I just said and maybe reword it, make it right or whatever. So I would say, dear friend, and start in the middle of the story and stick to it. Take out this quotes or not quotes, is link. Okay, let's get here to the bullets. Okay, and so actually, once you do your story, once you do the whole thing, then you should get to the point that we're at right now where it tells you the bullets. So, here's the big secret, yada, yada, yada. And here's some of the things that I discovered. Things like bullets. Okay, and here's a bunch of shit. So when I do bullets, it may take a little bit more time, but I would actually, each bullet should have kind of a little sentence painting the picture of what they're going to get out of it. So, okay, I'm not saying okay, but things like posting ads on social media or PPC. Now, what the fuck? Who cares? What's that going to do, right? So, posting ads on social media and I'm making this shit up right now because I don't know what it is, what you're talking about fully, because I've just kind of skimmed this little part. But just for an example, when you're saying that posting ads on social media or PPC, this way you're able to automatically get traffic to your website, get conversions, and never even have to do yada, yada, yada. Okay. Follow up with email. And then just kind of, like I'm saying, is just kind of have a little description of what they're going to get. And if you can paint a picture in their mind, it's a little bit better. So, or a lot a bit better. Okay. So, wow, that's a lot of stuff. I would take out the period and maybe make it a hyphen. Or a ... probably a hyphen is better. You said it's consistent, right? So I like to stay away from periods and subheads. Exclamation marks are cool, that's good, but a period literally just means stop. And the last thing you want them to do is stop. Okay, cool. I would add a PS. I don't see any PS. And let me see here. Did you go for a close in here? I should have probably just read the whole thing. All right. Anyway. Okay, zero cash flow membership. I gotcha. Okay, so I kind of see how your funnel is going to work. Okay, cool. So you don't even introduce the price right here, I guess. You introduce it on the next page. So, yeah. All right. What I would do is start with the story, do kind of, you've got a lot of good stuff in here. It's just kind of not organized, I think, in the way, it should be. And then if you're not going to introduce the price, that's cool. I almost want to do, rather than this, is more of an advertorial type style. Just because if you're doing that, and this is something to test. I mean, I could be wrong. This may be the best thing. And if you don't know what an advertorial is, just think of an article in like the newspaper that's giving a rave review about what it is that, the zero to cash flow product is. And then try to test that. I think that'll actually do really well. Anyway, let's see. So that's all I can see right now. Obviously, this isn't copy related, more design. I would take out all these sidebars simply because you don't want them clicking over to any of this shit right here and getting away from the main page. So that's a big thing to take out. I mean, maybe you can keep the opt-in box or some shit, but I don't know. I would probably leave that as a pop-up even, take that out, but that's just me. All right, so, hey, hopefully you got a little bit out of this. If you've got any questions, shoot me a message, and that's it, bro. All right, ciao.